Hello. In this video, I'll be talking about Rubik's Cubes. Solving a Rubik's Cube doesn't require magic or crazy memorizations. It's a step-by-step process and can be learned by anyone. When you first look at an unsolved Rubik's Cube, the first thing you need to do is pick a color. I've picked white. That is going to be the center of the first panel you're working on, and eventually the bottom of the solved Rubik's Cube. Once you have chosen a color, the next thing you need to do is try to make a plus sign with that color. There's no specific moves you need to know to do this. You simply need to make a plus sign. When you're done with that, it should look like this. The next thing you need to do is to match the top middle piece with the center piece. It's best to try at first to turn the top around until one matches up. You need two to match up to do the next step. Luckily, I have two. Now that I have two matching up, I can look to the other side and see that the green and the orange are in the wrong places. This can be fixed by taking the white square from the top and bringing it to the bottom, then moving it under the correct square, bringing it back up to the top, and then moving the new white spot on the bottom over to its correct spot and bringing it back up to the top. So now all of the centers match the tops. Now that all of these are in the right places, all you need is the corners to finish out the side. This is a pretty straightforward process. You just need to find all the remaining white pieces and see what colors they're paired with. That's the corner they need to go on. So now the green and the orange are in the correct spot for the white corner. Do this for all of the corners. Now you have completed a whole side and you have the first row on every side matching up with the centerpiece on that side. The next few parts are rather methodical, so if you need to pause or rewind, feel free. The goal of the next step is to fill in the second row of the cube with the white on the bottom. From now on, you're basically going to ignore the white or whatever color you picked. In order to fill in the second row, you need to find the piece that matches up with the center and has the color of something next to it. See, blue, blue, orange, orange. Then you're going to turn the top part away from the color that's on top. So now you have the orange over here and the blue is over here. After you've turned the top, you take the side that has the color on it of the top of the block you're trying to put in place and turn that up. Then you turn the top back to its original position turn the side back down and then turn the top in the other direction. Now you face the other color side. So you take the side that has the orange center on it and turn it up. Then you take the bottom color back to meet up with its color and bring it back down to the bottom. Now you have that corner filled in. Do this for all the other sides until you've filled in the whole second row. If you come to a situation where the block is already in place, or a block that you need is in place, but it's in the wrong place, or flipped over, all you need to do is the exact same steps without having a block that you need to put in place. This will simply remove this block and place another block that is less important in that place, so that you can come back and fix it in the right direction. You now have the bottom complete and 2 full rows on the Rubik's Cube. The next step is to get a plus on the top, but this time it's a little bit more methodical. When you're trying to make a plus sign on the top, you can come across several situations. You could have a straight line with extra. You could have something that looks like this. You could have a whole corner filled in. But all of them are built up out of the same 2 shapes: straight line and V. If you have a straight line, like I do, you'll only have to do the next step once. If you have a V, doing the next step will create the straight line, and then you have to do the next step again. If you have a straight line like I do, you'll want it to be horizontal when you're facing it. If you have a V, you'll want it to face the left side and have one looking up. Remember, this video is a mirror image, so try to go with the directions I say and not the directions I point at. So for the next step, the first thing you're going to do is turn the bottom. And don't worry, there's no possible way you could have the straight line upside down. As long as it's horizontal, you're good. Then, you take the corner that you went to when you turned and turn that up. Next, you are going to rotate the top so that the corner of the full line you had here turns away from the partial line you have here. Then you're going to turn down the side that you turned up, and then rotate it back so that the line meets up again, and turn it back so the full face is once again complete. And now you have a plus sign.